This tank is a Type 61. This is it Japanese? No, it's not Japanese. This is a tank from some country you don't care about. And this is a Tier 9 medium tank, and the map is Prokhorovka. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into the town and try and ambush the enemy, but the enemy's not going to come to this side. The enemy's going to dominate on the other side. And then I'm going to basically drive all the way to the north, get behind the enemy tanks over here, cross over here, and our team is going to be losing. And I'm going to come out to this position, and I'm going to mispredict what the enemy is going to do, and let's see what happens. So I wanted to come out here to ambush the enemy, but unfortunately the enemy didn't come across. They just stayed at that position, so I wasn't able to get an ambush shot in. And there is one artillery in the game, so I do have to be concerned about the artillery. I'm obviously going right back to the same position. When I go back, I try not to knock anything down because I don't want the artillery to be watching this area. I'm often the first one spotted in the game, so the artillery often shoots at me first. Now, that was a dumb move. I waited a little bit too long. When I saw them stop moving, that should have been the signal to me to get out of there. So somebody did hit the ISM for 192. My team advanced over here, which is going to be good for me because I'm going to come around over here and I'm going to get to the side of these guys. I have it on a hunch that the enemy did not advance far enough. I was sitting here thinking, did they go through this little gap beyond my spotting range? I really don't think they did. So I decided I was going to advance forward. The Type 4 Heavy is not going to be able to hit me from where he is. The ISM, I'm probably going to kill him. So the question is, which way am I going to approach this? It's not a normal game for me. Usually, I expect to come around on this side, but this game was a little bit different. And I said, you know what? Those tanks are never going to come up. Even though I've got the sniper support, I know they're not going to come up. So why sit here and wait? I'm just going to go over there. This is probably when I finally decided to start advancing. Okay, so it looked like I chickened out. So they had a spotter that came out. But I'm still pretty sure, you know what? There's only 3 tanks over there. They're not going to advance. M41, he's on half his hit points. Now he's down to a potential one-shot. So now I'm at the point where I decided I'm going to make my advance. You don't want to take a long time to make a decision. I really didn't do anything during this time. Now my team is down 2-5. You know, inaction really hurts you in the game. You want to make decisions quickly. So you can see we got this ISM here. He's not really in a great position. I don't know if my allies can hit him or not. I was pretty sure that that T-10 behind me is not going to come after me. I noticed that his gun was definitely pointing away from me. I think he's going to survive. But I could see that ISM gun. That was not fun. I should have taken that shot. That was a dumb move. I was a little concerned that I wasn't going to be able to penetrate him. So I screwed up a little bit there. My team still has not advanced. Scores 4-7. You can see that the enemy is controlling on the west side. He missed an easy shot. I took some damage. He's out of the game. Scores 7-9. It's somewhat even right now, but the enemy is going to be ahead of us by a couple tanks, which is going to put us at a disadvantage. I'm sure that they're going to take that Type 4 out of the game without me. The Type 61 sounds like a Japanese tank. Okay, so he obviously shot at me and missed. I got 900 damage and 1500 spotting damage. So based on what I saw on the mini-map, I thought that the enemy had given up this position, but it ends up this P-44 Pantera, he went all the way back up to the north. And you know, he's an autoloader. Going up against an autoloader is very dangerous for me, especially being on low hit points, which is what's going to eventually take me out of the game. I do have 2 kills. They just took out that Type 4 Heavy. Now the score is 8-9. We are advancing towards the base of the enemy team. And I did discover that you can drive around the base without going on the base. So I was able to drive around it without the alarm going off. So I thought, oh, you know what? I can get that T-30. I'll just advance over to the other side. Score is 8-10. Easy, went right through there. Now, obviously, I had hoped that my team had set up sniping positions over here, and over here, but they're just pulling into sniping positions right now. And this is where I met up with that Pantera. Unfortunately, my allies are not going to save me. Score is 8-11. I didn't check to see if we won this game or not. I did do 1,165 damage and 1,753 spotting. When I die, what I usually do is I sit here and I examine what could I have done differently based on the position, my ammo, my tank angle. That's actually not such a bad angle based on the move I made, my allied support. So I do that almost every time I died. This was just a decision where I took a chance and it was a wrong decision.